Guys, do you remember the story of our trip to Mexico City? It really was the most stressful trip we've ever experienced. And at some point we thought, is all of this a sign that we shouldn't go to Mexico City? Well, actually, it was the opposite. Mexico City! Yay! As every day, I have to take care of everything. The whole backpack with all our... Chicos, estoy harto.
We stayed in an apartment in the neighborhood Polanco. Now, since this was our first time in Mexico City, a few days earlier we did what every tourist does.
We searched Google, and one of the first things that came up was the question, is it safe to visit Mexico City?
So when we used Uber to get to our apartment the previous day, we asked if the neighborhood of Polanco was safe.
There was one Uber that said, yeah, Polanco is very safe. Then we took another Uber, and this guy said, 2 streets away from here, from our place, he got mugged. He was parking with his car, and then 2 guys came into his car and wanted to rob him. They put him into the trunk of the car with a key, and they said, in 30 minutes you can get out yourself. So we're not really sure what to believe. What we can at least say is that in the following 2 days there was not one moment that we didn't feel safe.
So right now we're gonna go to the Chapultepec castle. A lot of you guys told us on Instagram we should go there, so we're very excited to finally walk around and see.
Now this brings us to the first observation we made in Mexico City. There's always traffic.
But that was not the only thing we noticed. The city was surprisingly green.
We got out of our Uber and now we're in the Bosque de Chapultepec.
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 People drive like crazy here. I have so much respect for the people that drive in Mexico City because you guys are fearless.
I would definitely never drive in Mexico City. Even if I would have a car, I would not take it. I would pay a driver. It took only 10 minutes of walking around and Joss was in love with Mexico City.
Actually, it looks super nice, everything. My heart is full.
Your heart is full.
Yeah, I think I'm falling in love with this city, bro. I love to hear in the background, nieves y rompopes, nieves y rompopes, nieves y rompopes.
It got even better when she found...
Oh my god!
Joss is in Mexico heaven.
Enough, those are mine.
No, mine now.
Oh, toll. For Yannick, it wasn't chips that sealed the deal, but squirrels. Oh my god.
So sweet.
Oh my god, now we're gonna stay here for an hour. He's so happy, guys, you have no idea.
And now I want to move in with the squirrels. We're about to go to the Castilla de Chapultepec. I had to pay 75 pesos. She didn't have to pay because she's a student. And if you want to leave your backpack, you have to pay 10 pesos.
And you cannot open your locker twice, or you have to pay 20 pesos.
Of course, Joss forgot her student ID, so she had to open the locker again.
So the Castillo de Chapultepec is now a museum. We're not so big museum people, but I think we're gonna enjoy it because it already looks super nice.
So this view here is really amazing. You can see so many trees. It looks so green.
It's beautiful. I'm in love.
Acabamos de salir del castillo de Chapultepec. Estuvo padrísimo. La vista es enorme.
Sí, está muy padre.
Y yo tengo que practicar mi español.
Sí, demasiado.
Wow, gracias. The view from all the way up the hill is amazing. You can see the entire park. You can basically go all the way around the castle and then see in every direction. And this park is 2 times bigger than Central Park.
Yes.
And in Mexico City they have a couple of those parks. That way you can really imagine how massive this city is. Because we only had 48 hours in Mexico City, the plan was to see as many sites as possible. So we're walking down a street in the park, and there are a lot of people selling stuff, and they're all yelling something. And guys, the city has a lot to offer. So here are some of the things you shouldn't miss. Hola patos, ¿cómo están? ¿Pueden hablar español? Tengo que practicar.
Guys, we made it to the lake of Chapultepec, Lago de Chapultepec. And we're thinking about getting on one of those little boats, but we probably won't do it because Yannick is too scared of getting a sunburn.
That's the first sunny day that I had in months, so I'm white as a piece of paper. I'm gonna look like a tomato, and we don't want that, guys.
No, so let's keep going and let's keep walking around. It's so loud. This city is so alive, but check this out.
We're so close, but yet so far away because we have no idea how to cross the street. I don't get this roundabout at all. Look, right now they're going this way before they were going this way. And sometimes they go in both directions at the same time. And that, kids, is the reason why I will never drive a car in Mexico City. They're crossing the street like this. Shall we do it? Is that how you do it in Mexico City?
I don't know. After a while, we felt brave enough.
Let's run! Let's run! We made it!
Oh my God.
We made it! How stressful!
Look, the cars are coming.
Oh man, I was so close! Guys, so our dream was to go to a quinceañera when we were in Mexico, and now we're here at the Angel de la Independencia, and there is a quinceañera. So we're like, let's join her in the photo shoot.
Yannick is so excited, guys. Look at him.
Yeah, maybe we can take a photo with her. Guys, even though we were brave enough to cross the street,
guys, we are so nervous. We don't know if we should ask or not.
Should we ask or not? Asking a quinceañera for a photo required a whole other level of braveness. So, end of the story is just too shy to ask.
Yeah, I am.
I will never get my photo with a quinceañera.
You ask. You look handsome. She's gonna say yes.
No.
I swear. You have to say, I've never seen a quinceañera.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Hola, hermosa. Perdón.
Oh my God, no.
Te ves guapísima y en serio quería tener un foto contigo.
We're so creepy. We're so creepy. We're just staring at her the whole time, making her uncomfortable. Her photos are probably gonna be like...
After a long time of creeping her out from far away, we found the courage and asked. We finally made it. Just...
I asked her.
Just fought her fear and she asked her.
Sadly, we forgot to ask her if it's okay for us to show her face, so we're blurring it.
Then we decided to reward our courage with some Mexican food.
Eres perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami.
Muy, muy rico.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Perfecta mujer, de la cabeza a los pies. Tú pasas de mi nivel, tú tienes el piquete.
It tasted incredibly good, but it was also incredibly expensive.
Que un origami. De la forma que tú besas, mami, más simétrica que un origami.
I have to say, I really like this street. It looks really nice with all those trees. It's very chilled with a lot of people walking around. And until now I haven't felt unsafe at all.
The sun is about to go down and we'll see where life takes us before the night comes.
Turn out life took us straight into traffic jam. And from there... You can totally see you turning around, dude. Oh my god.
Okay. So we made it to the Sumaya Museum and we really wanted to go in, but it's too late and it's already closed. But either way, it looks super cool from outside and it's very nice, this area, so we're gonna explore around a little bit. When the sun was gone, we sat down.
Buenos chicos, no sé qué quiero decir. Okay guys, so the sun is gone. Whoa, chill dude. And we noticed it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's Day!
So we didn't have really time to celebrate it. Although, not so long ago we put out a video with amazing gift ideas for Valentine's Day. We didn't do any of that today. So maybe now we're just gonna have some alone time, the two of us.
Oh my god!
And that's what we did. The next day started just like the first day.
There were still 2 places on our list that a lot of you recommended to us on Instagram.
And you were right, guys. They made us fall in love with the city even more. We're in front of Bellas Artes. This is like a cathedral of art in Ciudad de Mexico.
Yeah, now we're gonna try to get to the CR's cafe because apparently there's a very nice view from there.
Look at this view, guys. You can see over entire Mexico City, more or less.
More or less, not really. Okay guys, guys, I feel super awkward talking here because we're so near the people next to us.
The air pollution in Mexico City is supposed to be pretty high. Now, I didn't have any problems with breathing until now. Did you?
No,
No.
not at all.
But from up here, you can see in the back, like smog over the city. I would guess that you could look further than you can do right now if there wouldn't be air pollution. But on the other side, the city is at least super green.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool gardens and parks all through the city, so it's very nice to just walk around and see everybody just playing. And actually, some of my favorite things until now from Mexico City has been the people. Everybody's so nice.
Everybody's super nice, yeah. Super helpful. After a while we kept moving and arrived at the last place on our list. So now we are at this crazy huge spot.
Zócalo, el Zócalo.
El Zócalo? Chicos, estamos en el Zócalo. This is the second biggest square of the entire world. Can you believe this?
It's pretty big. I've never been here before and I'm pretty shocked. I've only seen this place in the news. So it's pretty crazy for me to be standing here. El Zócalo is not far from Bellas Artes, but the street that leads to it makes it seem like the opposite.
This street was so full of people, it was packed. Until now I didn't feel like this is one of the most populated cities in the entire world. But when I went through that street, I was like, yeah, Mexico City, I see you.
Oh my god, weirdo.
Now, there was one more thing we wanted to do before our time in Mexico City was over. Trying real Mexico City street food. So we went to Coyoacán and ate things we never knew existed. Oh my god. What is all in there? but we'll get to that in the next video.
In the end, we couldn't have been happier to make it to Mexico City. It's a place like no other in the world.
And we're not only talking about historical buildings or beautiful parks, but about all the nice people we met on the way and the unique vibe of an incredibly chaotic but lovely city.